CCG stream. For the night, it's gonna be Yu-Gi-Oh today. I feel like the format is kind of like at its end, and I really don't want to just play Dev Pro with decks that you all have seen like 1,000 games with already. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna do a short just like chilling, just hanging out with the chat, just like questions, whatever. I'll turn on the song requests in a minute, or maybe they're on already, I have no idea. And yeah, we're just gonna hang out, we're just gonna wait for the ban list. I have no idea, it's supposed to come out on Thursday, at least that's what I hear all the time. And guess what, today is Thursday, so we have the link opened up. We're gonna check every once in a while, and if it comes out, we're gonna like immediately get in there. But it's not updated yet, as you can see. It's like last updated way too long ago, so I think we can also do some nice ban list discussion if you guys want to do that. Like, you can just tell me in the chat what you guys think a ban list should look like, and we can talk about that. That's fine. Yeah, I guess we might play some Dev Pro next to it, but I really don't want to play, like, I just have no incentive of playing something like Draco Pass right now. Why does everyone think the list will come out today? I don't know, it's just like every Thursday, I don't know why it's Thursday, but people are like thinking that it comes out on Thursday, and I think the last 3 or 4 ban lists did come out on Thursday. It's like the release date for the products is also Thursday. I don't know what it is with Thursday, but something is with it. And I mean, it's about time that it comes out. That's why people think it should come out like today or next week on Thursday. I have no idea. I just hope it's coming out rather soon, cause yeah, I'm sick of this format. I mean, it was all good if it wasn't that if it was a good format, I don't mind. Like, yeah, it's next Thursday. You think so? I mean, it's okay, right? If it doesn't come out today, it comes out next week. It's just like, yeah, it's a little frustrating. Like, I want to stream, right? I want to stream Yu-Gi-Oh, but like, I've played like the last 3 or 4 streams. I just played Draco Pass and Burning Abyss, and it becomes kind of boring, not gonna lie, especially because there's no event to test for, right? This is nothing I can prepare for, nothing I have to prepare for. So yeah, the ban list won't come out today. Someday, yeah, we would be really lucky if it came out today. Like, that would be really cool if we could do like a live reaction kind of thing. That'd be nice. Stuttgart am 24. Keine Ahnung, was da ist. Mal schauen. The list comes out before national season. When is the first nationals? I know we have some time in Germany until nationals. It's like over a month away, right? It's like the end of May. What is the nearest, like the closest national? The first one? I'm just gonna Google that real quick. Because I hope they bring it before national season. Like, I don't want to play nationals with this ban list. It's not that great. I don't like it. And we have the first follow for today. No, it's not the first follow, actually. We got a follow shortly before I started. Actually, we have Rite007. Well, thanks for the follow, and DM Neo S25. Thanks for the follow as well. And donation goal is not working again. This freaking donation goal is killing me. Okay. Nationals. April 21st is what you think is going to be? Man, it's 2 weeks from now. You think Konami is giving us a present and putting a card back to 1? Well, while you say that, let's just have a look at the cards that are banned right now, and let's just think if any of these cards could come back. I guess that's a cool thing we could do, just like discussing. Apple Clifford Towers, I hope not. I personally never thought that Clifford was that strong, but that card is retarded. Many Many F in red, thank you for the follow. Blaster, I would love Dragon Rulers coming back. I doubt that they're gonna do it, but that would be amazing. Chaos Emperor Dragon, nope. Cyberjar, nope. Cyberstein, I guess could come back, I think, but I don't think it would even make that big of an impact. Dark Magician of Chaos is probably gonna come back. It has the errata now, right? Do we have a printing with the errata? I think we do, so yeah, I mean, it could come back, but it wouldn't even be that big of a deal, I think, with the errata. I don't remember exactly what it did, but I remember it being a lot weaker. I think it adds in the end phase or something like that. Jin, please don't. Stratos could come back, I think, personally, but okay. Fiber Jar, nope. Fishbowl Blaster, hell no. Mermaids would rape everyone with Fishbowl Blaster. Red Trapper, thank you for the follow. Welcome to CCG family. Magical Scientist, nope. Makura, nope. Mindmaster, nope. Morphing Jar and Morphing Jar 2, I wouldn't mind those. Like, I don't even know why they're banned. Redox, please. Rescue Cat, hell no. Sangan with the errata might come back. Shurid, give me my boy Shurid. Substitute, nope. Tempest, Tidal. Tribe, I think would be fine. Victory Dragon, nope. Witch, nope. Yata, nope. Construct would be fine. Thousand Eyes, I don't know why this card is still on there. Brainek, we were getting a replacement for Brainek anyways, right? The new Synchro, so I guess that wouldn't even matter that much. Evil Swarm, Exciton Knight. I think Exciton Knight should come back. I think it was a poor decision to ban Exciton Knight, because Exciton Knight is, in my opinion, it's good for the game because it punishes overextension on the board. Like I think it's always good for a format if the main source of resources is the hand and the graveyard, which is like the formats like Necros, Dragon Rulers and stuff. They never really were like overextensive on the board, and having Exciton Knight in the extra deck makes it so it's not that luck dependent. Like at the moment everything is like very board focused, like you throw as much as you can on the board as soon as possible with like Draco Pals and Cosmo and whatnot, and because there's no out like Exciton in the extra deck, you can do that. But if your opponent then draws Regeki or something, which is like a thing of luck, right? Because it's not accessible in the extra deck, so that's weird. Stream is lagging. Okay, I have to turn down maybe the frames a bit. I don't know. Oh yeah, I'm seeing it. It's lagging. I don't know why. Maybe you just have to wait. I just turned down the frames a little bit. I hope that helps. Let me check. Okay, where were we? Exciton. Yeah, I like Exciton. Please give me Exciton. Laval Chain I don't think is that great for the game. I think it's too generic. Shockmaster, hell nah. Zen Mighty. I love myself some Zen Mighty. Brain Control, no. Butterfly Dagger, Elma. There was some reason that was banned, right? Like I was probably not even born when that card was a problem, but I think there's some combo. I think like Gearfried and Elma, there's something. Card Destruction, please stay banned. Card a Safe Return, hell no. Change of Heart, no, we don't have to talk about that. Cold Wave, I would love Cold Wave, honestly. Yeah, exactly. DM Neos is saying it. Exciton was balanced, they wanted to promote pendulums. That's what I'm saying. Pendulum format is so much about putting too many resources on the board, basically, because you have like scale, everything you pendulum, and then like if Exciton would be there right now, pendulum I think wouldn't even be a consistent thing. But in general, I really loved Exciton Knight. Like it was something that just people had to consider. When could you overextend? When could you go for big pushes? When could you go and take the board control? Actually, always with that Exciton in mind, and it was always a great card to punish that set 4 past something if there was no out for Exiton, especially because he was chainable, like there was no such thing as like just bottomlessing it or something. I really enjoy that. I really enjoy that card design. I really liked it. A way to punish people who just set 4. But I think it's a good thing that it didn't exist in Pendulum format, because like Pendulum would have been fucked, right? Like, but I would love to see Exiton Knight coming back personally. It was always it made the game better in my opinion. Change of heart, Cold Wave. I would also love Cold Wave because I don't know. I would just prefer Cold Wave over True Nade, simply because there's more hand traps now, and hand traps are way more common. I feel like Cold Wave is a little bit different than it was back then. Like back then it was just like Cold Wave, and there was nothing that would stop you for a turn. And like, I mean, now it's like you turn off the traps, right? But in a format where Cold Wave is alive, people are just not going to set that many traps anymore, and that's something I would like to see. I just hate people who set 4. All right, I just hate it. So I wouldn't mind Cold Wave, Confiscation, Duo, All Too Strong, Dimension Fusion, Future Fusion. We don't have to talk about that. True Nade. I think True Nade is out of Cold Wave, True Nade, and Heavy Storm. I think True Nade is the most problematic one. Yeah, it's a -1, yeah, but it's like there's a little more potential for True Nade to be abused, I think. But I think I wouldn't mind True Nade either, but especially with like being able to replay certain pendulum scales or something like that, I just don't know if it was that great. I would rather see Storm or Cold Wave. Graceful, nope. Feather Duster. Oh yeah, same thing actually. I think Feather Duster is unnecessary. We don't have to have Feather Duster in the game. I think Feather Duster is too strong. Heavy Storm I think is fine. I'm coming to that in a second. I think Heavy Storm would be great. Simply because I hate that setting 4 stuff, but like Harpy's Feather Duster is just too strong of a card, simply as that. Yeah. Okay, does Dante need to get hit? I personally think it does. I'm gonna get to what has to be hit in a second. I'm just gonna go over the cards that are banned, which one could come back. Last Will, no. Mass Driver, no. Metamorphosis, I think could come back. The thing is though, there's certain cards which are just better off banned, simply because either they are gonna be back and gonna have no impact at all, then why would you bring it back? Like, who cares if it comes back if it's bad, right? But then maybe they will come back only if they're abusable. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, if there's a card that is only playable if you abuse it, why would you have that in the game? And I think something like Metamorphosis is something like that. Metamorphosis is just not strong enough by itself in a format like this, you know, this is not Go Control anymore. But if it would come back, it would only be abused, or it would either see no play or it would be abused, so why would you even have it? There's a few more cards on this list which technically in theory wouldn't be too strong right now, but they would only see play whenever they could be abused. Like Future Fusion, for example. Future Fusion is never used for its actual purpose, it's only going to be abused, so why would you have that? Mirage, I think is... no, it's too strong. Reborn, Painful Choice, Pot of Avarice. Pot of Avarice is like on the edge of being okay, so I don't know. Pot of Greed, no. Premature, no. Snatch, not again. Spellbook of Judgment, not again. Super Poly, not again. Super Reju, I guess should stay banned even without Dragon Rulers. Also one of those cards, like, it would suck if it would come back right now, but if it just limits design space also. Like, if a card like Super Reju exists, they just cannot design certain types of cards simply because they would make Super Reju completely broken, and then they would have to ban it again anyways. So like, yeah. Forceful Sentry, Imperial Order, Last Turn, Return, Royal Oppression, there's like best Floodgate ever printed, Self-Destruct, Button, Sixth Sense. Solemn Judgment could come back, I wouldn't mind that. Time Seal could probably come back, but Just Shoot could also probably come back. Those are cards I wouldn't be surprised if they came back. Like there's a couple of these on there. Alex wants Spellbook and Judgment to 1. No, please no. Please no. Judgment to 3, Jaugen to 0. Is that a way we could do it? I don't know. I mean, Spellbook has always been annoyed. It always annoys me. Whatever, even without Judgment, it's annoying. I don't know. Maybe it would be fine without Jaugen, but still, I'd rather see Judgment staying banned than take the experiment in that way, I think. So there were some questions. Let me just... Okay, what needs to get hit? Okay, let's just think about the best decks right now. The best decks are Phantom Knight, the Burning Abyss. Then we have Pendulum. These are tied for number 1 in my opinion right now. Then we have Cosmo. Then we have Monarchs. Then we have a sub from Kartoffelboy. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. And then there's also things that you have to consider if these decks are getting hit. What else is there? Like Mermails, for example, would be something that if all of these decks would be hit, that stuff would definitely be coming back. So maybe you would have to hit that as well. So for Burning Abyss, oh yeah, that's a good point, Red Trapper. Solomon can't come back until Ariadne is still is gone. Well, but to be fair though, the OCG had Ariadne and Judgment together, so it's not something that is impossible to happen, right? So they should hurt Burning Abyss. I'm just not sure if they want to like kill it, you know what I mean? I think something like hitting Dante to 1 would, in my opinion, pretty much break the deck, simply because it would ruin the whole resource game. It's like you only have what, 2 Sirs, and then you only have 1 Dante, and if that thing gets warninged, it's pretty much gone forever, or striked. I don't think Dante to 1. I think Dante to 1 is possible. I'm just not sure if it would be the right decision. Even though, like, Dante to 2 also doesn't seem like enough, right? It's kind of weird. The situation is weird with Burning Abyss. You could like put Sir to 1 as well. You could put Skarm to 2, something like that, just hurting the consistency. The deck would have to play more other Burning Abyss, which are not played for a reason. So that would make the deck a little weaker. Maybe you put Dante to 2, and then in addition you put like Skarm to 2, maybe Sir to 1, one of these things. Maybe you put Beatrice to 1. Beatrice to 1, Dante to 2, something like that. I don't know. That would be fine. Maybe you don't even have to hit Dante, simply because that new Ghost Ogre thing is coming out. Raphael is saying it right now. The Blossom Hand Trap banishes all Dantes anyways. I'm just gonna check that. I wonder if I find it. Yeah, I found it. I googled Winter Blossom, I found it. I mean, the thing is, in your example, Raphael, it doesn't matter if Dante is at 1 or 3, right? Because Winter Blossom banishes all of them, so yeah. It's like, yeah. Doesn't really matter. Speaking of Strike should definitely go to 1. Please put Strike to 1. Strike is definitely comparable to Warning in strength at the moment. I think Strike is a card that should be limited. With Strike going to 1, you don't have to worry about Ariadne anyways, then yeah. So Blossom needs emergency ban to 0. Honestly, I really don't like the idea of Winter Blossom. I see the card is insanely strong. For everyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, I'm just gonna show you real quick. That's a card coming up that sees a lot of play in the OCG already, I think, from what I've seen, and it's gonna be super strong. It's coming out next set. That's Shining Victories, right? Next set. It's the new Ghost Ogre thing. If the opponent controls more monster than you do, you can discard this card, reveal 1 card from your extra deck, look at your opponent's extra deck. If they have a card with the same name as the reveal card, banish all cards with that name from their extra deck, and you can only use it once per turn. Like that thing, just like the helmets have evolved in the OCG. The helmets have evolved. The helmets now play an Ignister in their extra deck, a Dante, and whatever else, and just like it just destroys people. It just destroys people. It's the card is just like, it ruins everything that is centered around a certain extra deck card. Like, just imagine this thing hitting all your Dantes. What are you gonna do? It's just like this card is insane, honestly. So that's why I don't even know if they have to care about Dante at all. Like, if this card's coming out anyways and people are gonna play that, like people would not even play that only in helmet decks. They would play that in everything. Like, you just have to side 3 of this and you have 1 Dante in your extra deck. It's just like, you could also side it in Draco Pal's Mirror because you already have the Ignister, right? It's like, this card is sick. It's gonna be super good. Okay, so Strike should go to 1. Wavering should go to 1, or should be banned. Like, the card is just retarded. The card is just so asymmetrical. Like, if I have it and he doesn't, it's just like, it has nothing to do with skill. Wavering Eyes. Then for Dracos, I think they should limit Draco Face Off. Card is too strong. Strike isn't the problem. I play Twin Twister. That's not an argument. Strike is too strong. Strike is just too good. You could justify every single trap being at 3 if you say, it's not a problem, I play Twin Twister. It's just not true. Terratop to 1, that's a good point. Terratop is starting to see a lot of play right now, and is a really good card. So I could agree with Terratop being limited or semi-limited. I don't think it's necessary at all. Like, if they hit Dante a little bit, it's fine. Like, an instant rank 3, sure, it's cool, but it's not something that would like ruin the game or something. What else do we have? Cosmo. Honestly, I would hate an emergency teleport getting limited, simply because emergency teleport is in itself a very balanced card. Like, teleport opens up a lot of, where's it when light? It's like super dark. Okay. I'm just gonna turn on the big light. Flytastic, thank you for the follow. So, where was I? I would hate seeing emergency teleport being limited because it would hurt creativity. Like, there's been a lot of decks, like Jeff Jones got second with pure psychics and stuff. I think emergency teleport is a card that opens up for splash, engines, basically all kinds of stuff, which I would like to see that still being in the game. But I think the most obvious way to hit Cosmo is strike the 1, which is something, not strike, teleport. I would rather see some other variation of it, like Tin Can to 1, which is not enough, right? But some other stuff, right? Tin Can to 1, I don't know, Destroyer to 1, all that kind of stuff. Like, that's something I would like to see happening. We have a few follows. Fabio Fazoo, welcome to the stream. Derpy Troll XD, welcome to the stream. Thanks for the follow, guys. So yeah, that's my opinion on teleport. What do I think about Coral Dragon? Well, at the moment it wouldn't be that sick, right? Like, it's a good card. It's just not that sick at the moment, or not too strong at the moment, but it's really good. It's gonna be played whenever there's a synchro deck. It's a good card, of course. Maybe there's even some way to abuse it because it's a synchro tuner. I'm not really into that synchro tuning kind of shit. Like, it's like, it's something I leave to the Quasar players on the end. I don't know. Maybe it's good and stuff like that. Should Shured and Construct come back? Like, please give me my boy Shured. You know how much I love Necros. Like, I wouldn't mind if they freaking put Preparation to 3, Brainek to 3, Unicorn to 3, Shured to 3. As long as they leave Jin banned, it's all fine. But it's not gonna happen, of course. I would love that, but I think it could come back. Like, I think the deck would be good, right? But it's like, it was also a really good format. I loved it. And we had Bestiarix as a new follow. Thank you for the follow. And Construct could also come back. I've also liked Chill. Like, it's fine. It's all better than freaking Pendulum format at the moment. Yeah. Ban Trishula, bring back Shurit. I honestly don't think Trishula would be... Oh, you probably mean Necros of Trishula? I don't know. I like that. Don't hit Necros anymore, like my boys. The regular Trishula can definitely stay. I think. So Stardust come back. I think Stardust could come back, even though Heroes has kind of become a little helmet with Dark Claw, but not that much, right? It's not super bad. You thought the ban list was out when I saw you checking it? Yeah, sorry, man. We are waiting. We are all waiting for it. Let me see. It's probably not out. Chat would have told me already. Yeah, if we're lucky it's coming out today, that would be like super nice. We could like immediately discuss and build shit. Okay. My internet is like doing some shit right now, but we are back now. Yeah, I think it's probably gonna be teleport. That threw me off. Do you think we can have the same format with no decks getting hit, banlist but more be bringing back old stuff? So you basically mean not hitting anything but just bringing back old stuff? I mean, it's not something that is like unthinkable, right? It could happen, but I would rather see some of the stuff being hit. Like most of the decks at the moment are probably not super broken compared to other stuff that has existed in the past, like yeah, Necros and Dragon Rulers and stuff, but all of these formats have still been better formats than this, maybe because they were so broken. Like honestly, I don't think a deck being broken makes a format bad necessarily. It makes it harder to have like variety in the decks, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Pantheism to 1, yeah, Monarchs definitely need to get hit, and I would like to see more than just Pantheism getting hit. Like definitely more than just Pantheism. I don't know what it is, but like Pantheism is the best card to get started in the deck, but it's not the most broken card. Like once Monarchs are going, it's like so annoying. I would love to see some hits like maybe Ether to 1, Pantheism to 1, stuff like that. Maybe you just like ban Domain, then it would be cool. Like banning Domain and bringing Pantheism to 1 would make Monarch a more like grind game focused deck, right? It couldn't be that helmet deck anymore that that would just lock the opponent out. Stormforth could be okay as a second hit as well. Yeah, all of that would be something that is possible. You want at least 2 Rhoda? Well, Rhoda is a fair card, it just depends on the surroundings, right? And I guess with like the Armageddon engine being so popular and so splashable by now, which was obvious, right? The more Dark Monsters get released, the more likely it was for Armageddon to be good at some point, right? So like, and with Rhoda it's the same. Like every set they release more and more warriors, so the card is in theory getting stronger and stronger. So you don't need, like, it's fine at 1. I think, you know, it's not necessary to put it at 2 or 3. Yeah. Give me that ban list. Scout should go back to 2. No. Ryo to 3. No. What? What's up with you, helmets? What's your opinion on Ultimate Offering coming back? Every deck spams a lot, so why would Ultimate Offering be broken? The thing with Ultimate Offering is something that I've already said earlier. It's like the card itself is weird, right? I don't know if it would be played right now if it came back, but it would for sure only see play if there was a way to like completely abuse it, right? Like I don't know, like gadgets or something, right? That could just, like, if they flip offering, they just win. And that's just a card you wouldn't want in the game, even though it wouldn't be like obviously strong or obviously broken or obviously a problem. It's like there's only two possible outcomes if you bring back Ultimate Offering. The one thing is it would not see play at all, which is why would you bring it back, or it will be completely abused and everyone will whine about it and it would have to be banned again. So there's no real in between for some of these cards, so there's no reason to bring them back, in my opinion. Rota is irrelevant, and it's also when they limited it. Necros used it for sure in Colossus, but that stuff is gone anyway, so why not 3 Rota? Sotella wouldn't do anything anyways. Yeah, like I said, Rota is just an insanely good card, and the more warriors they're releasing, Rota at some point is gonna be a problem again. Like in some format in the future, there's gonna be warriors, and then suddenly Rota is the nuts again. So Rota is a card that is just good at 1. It's fine at 1. It's fair. Yeah. Yeah, we don't have to talk about Future Fusion. That card is like... Nope, nope. Return from a different dimension. No, Alex, what's wrong with you? Return is just like... game. It's a card you have to draw, that you flip, that is game. What else is here that could maybe come back at 1 or 2? Moral Tag I think could come back, but like the engine is strong enough. Nowadays we're seeing it with Scythe anyways. Rescue Cat, I think isn't there one card that would be completely insane with a Rescue Cat that you could bring back Rescue Cat again and stuff? Stratos unbanned word on stream. Stratos banned word on stream. Card Trooper to 3, I wouldn't mind that. Yeah, I think Card Trooper would be good. I mean, wouldn't really matter. I think Card Trooper could be back at 3. Same with Honest. I think Tragodia, I don't mind. Advanced Ritual Art, not sure if that is... it probably wouldn't see play, but for safety reasons probably leave it at 2. I would like to see Dark Hole to 3, Raigeki to 0. That's a change that I think is obvious in my opinion. Like Raigeki is just a card that... Nah. Free Diva, hell no. Like honestly, with all these changes in my mind that I would like to see, I would also like to see a hit to Mermails, because that deck would be... I like Mermails a lot, but I don't know. Especially I liked Mermails before Prince. Like after Prince it's still fun, but it's not that grind game resource management stuff that it is before. It's just like open Prince, everything on the table. That's not completely my style. Mermails with like spheres and lindies, the grind game, that was my style. That was nice deck. So I would like to see Prince getting hit. Honestly, I wouldn't even mind. It's probably not gonna happen, but I would like to see Prince just being banned and then something else coming back. Like I wouldn't mind Prince being banned and Dragoons coming to 3 or something like that. I would like that trade-off. I would like to make that trade-off. It's unrealistic, but that's something I would like to see. Thoughts on Instant and Nodin? I think right now Instant is not a problem, but it might become one. I would like to see Nodin banned in that regard. Lack of Doom. Oh my god, what's happening? I have no idea. Like my internet has been slow today, even though I have no idea why. It should work. I don't know. Maybe it's just gonna be back in a second. I already turned down the frame rate. Not much else I can do. I would like to see Norden being banned, because I think Instant Fusion itself is an incredibly fair card, and I think something like putting Instant Fusion to 1 would make it even more luck based, right? If Norden is broken, then like Norden is the problem and not instant fusion. And putting instant fusion to 1 would just make it a little more luck dependent. Who draws instant fusion just wins. Honestly, I would love to see Exiton. I explained it already. Exiton is only overpowered if you overextend. Like, you should just... In every format where resource management is a thing, Exiton is not that broken. It would actually just help out balance the game, because it would move away from everyone just setting too much, committing too much to the board. Yeah. You're referring to the dice roll format? Oh yeah, now I get it. Okay, yeah. Makes sense, makes sense. So, yeah. Not much else to say other than just wait for the freaking ban list. I don't know what we could do. Like, we just have... I just... The only thing I don't want to do is just go into freaking Dev Pro and play meta. So just, I guess, ask me questions. Ask me questions. We're just gonna have a small hangout. Or some other random stuff. Do you think we could get Stratos back without the bubble man limit like Japan did? Acknowledge that Dark Law is really strong right now, but Stratos I think is a safe pick. I already talked about Heavy Storm and Duster. Like, my opinion is Duster is too strong individually and too one-sided. I would love to see Heavy Storm. I wouldn't mind Cold Wave or True Nade, even though I think Heavy Storm is the fairest card of all those. So, and also the most likely one for us to get. So I like Heavy Storm, but I wouldn't mind the others, just because I really hate set 4 pass or stuff like that. I really hate Floodgates. That's why I wouldn't mind any of these. Tribe Infecting Virus, I think could come back. I don't think it's too broken or something, but it's a card that you don't even really need to be in a format, right? Yeah. Duster won't come back. Harpies can abuse it. That's not an argument. I mean, Japan has it, right? Japan has fed the Duster, or had it at least. So I mean, and Harpies didn't do anything there, so I guess it doesn't matter. How about just put rulers to 1 to 2? I wouldn't mind if they put the rulers to freaking 3, man. I love dragon rulers, but it's not gonna happen. I think they're not gonna change anything about the dragon rulers, sadly. The same way they're not gonna revive Necros. Nothing's not gonna happen, I think, personally, and it makes me sad. I would love to see everything. Yeah, I already said it. Like, for me, they could bring back Shuret at 3, Brainek at 3, everything. It's fine. I wouldn't mind. Interesting scenario, current ban list, but all the banned cards come back to 1. What will be the best stack? Well, it's gonna be some weird FTK, right? Like, if all of this came back, that's like, that's sick. That's traditional, right? It's just, that's nothing other than traditional format. Man, I don't know what is there. Like, is there any way? I guess if everyone's playing FTK, there's a way to counter it, but I don't know. I really don't. I don't want. Yeah, I don't even want to think about that. Really. Should Twin Twister get hit? No. Well, should it get hit actually? I don't think it should. It might. It might. It's not impossible that it might get hit to 1 or 2, but I don't think it has to be. Yeah, no. Thoughts about the Blue Eyes support? Honestly, I do not know what the Blue Eyes stuff does. Like, if you send me a link over on Facebook, because you can't post a link in the Twitch chat, if you would send me a link on Facebook, I would check it and tell you what I think about it. I don't know what the Blue Eyes stuff does. Main deck style edge. Well, there was times where that happened, right? We had storm formats where people were playing Solid Road. Should Dante be hit? I already said. I think Dante 2-1 is a little too harsh, but it might happen. Burning Abyss should get hit. On the other hand, we have Winter Blossom coming up, the new Ghost Ogre, which banishes all of your Dantes from the extra deck anyways. So I don't know if Burning Abyss has to be hit that hard, because if that card, when that card comes out, the deck is going to be weakened like heavily. Like that card is super strong against Burning Abyss. So I don't think they have to hit Burning Abyss too hard. I feel like there's never going to be a ban list again. Yeah, it's been a while, right? It's been very long. Yeah. Let's refresh it for fuck's sake. Come on. Nope. Dante is at 1 in OCG and the deck still tops. Well, let's have a look at OCG ban list. Where do I find that? OCG forbidden and limited list. That's probably... Wow, that's like a super old one. January, is it? No. 2016. They have 3 Graph and 3 Sir. Yeah, that's like sick. January 1st. Is that the latest? No, right? Oh, okay. There's only the changes. Yeah, who cares? Don't they realize it's better with a date? Oh yeah, I think that too. I think it's better to have a set date for the ban list reveal. I don't get the reason for it. Like the only thing that they have is they have a little bit more freedom in when they want to release something, right? But I prefer that. Like I would like them to have set dates for the ban list, and then sometimes in between they could do something like the adjusted list if something get really out of hand, you know, which is fine. Yeah, but like I'm really stuck at the moment. Like national format is coming up and everyone kind of knows that this ban list is not going to be relevant for nationals, and there's no other tournament before nationals. Like I literally have no real, like no important tournament I'm planning to attend until nationals, which is almost 2 months away, and I have nothing to test. Like nothing. Like there's no reason for me to play at the moment, simply because this balance is not going to be relevant. Give us Shurit back. I want Shurit. I want Necros, but I don't think it's going to happen. Which nationals are you attending? Probably Germans. Probably Germans. Yes, it's not 100% safe because I'm also planning to attend the Hearthstone Spring Preliminary, which is like the qualification tournament for Hearthstone World Championship. I plan to attend that, and there's no date for that yet. It's said to be like in the end of May. So if that falls on the same date as Yu-Gi-Oh! Nationals in Germany, I might have to attend something else. I don't know where I'm gonna go. If I go somewhere else, I might go to Prague. I like Prague. I don't know. Would you play Necros if you get your Shurit? Probably not. Probably not with just one Shurit. I don't think it would change too much. Shurit to one. Like the main problem is my boys right here, Necros and Brynek and Unicore. Like yeah, German Nationals is really close to me this year. Would be a shame if I can't attend. It's like only what? It's only an hour away from me. Like I'd love to go there. Would be easy, but I might have to go somewhere else because of the Hearthstone stuff. So I don't know. Dutch Nationals, free food. How do you mean free food? How can you get free lunch at Nationals? I would free lunch. Is it confirmed we are getting the list today? No. We are just hanging out. We are just discussing this ban list, which is the old one. We have no idea when it's actually going to come out, but we don't want to just play, or I don't want to just play Death Pro when it's not relevant, because we know there's going to be a list rather soon. So why bother refreshing? Well, because it might come out. We don't know if it will, but it might. It might, my friend. Yeah. What is this? Oh, by the way, I changed the Dev Pro, the frickin' layout. James told me how to do that. Thank you for that. Looks sick. Woo. but I'm still, I would still prefer playing Nacros on Dev Pro. Do you think the ban list will come out before national season? I hope. I think yes. Personally, I think yes. I thought it was kind of likely that it would come out today, but apparently it will not. But I think this week, next week, or the week after, like rather soon, I think we're gonna get it. Opinions on Solemn Notice and Strike staying at 3. Give me a second. Rubber Scrap, thank you for the follow. Welcome to CCG family. Opinions on Solemn Strike Notice at 3. I think it should go with 1. I think the card is comparable to Warning in terms of strength, and it limits the options you have in the game. I think it belongs to 1. I would not like seeing it stay at 3. I play Hearthstone as well. Yes, I play Hearthstone. Yeah, also stream Hearthstone from time to time. However, we usually stream that in German because most of our Hearthstone followers are German. But yeah, on this channel we also have a good amount of Hearthstone, if you were into that. How's learning Death Pro going for you? Well, I mean, I still hate the time limit because it's like I always forget and then I get wrecked. I don't know. It's sometimes it's going a little fast in my opinion. Something I enjoyed about DN is having time to explain stuff, having time to think about stuff, having time to look my graveyard, look at his graveyard, stuff like that. I don't know. It has advantages if it's automatic, but I guess I'm never gonna be good friends with that program. Put every Solomon out at 1, and I mean all of them, also Judgment. I mean, I wouldn't mind Judgment at 1. I think that would be fine. I don't think they have to put Scolding at 1. I think Scolding is actually a very fair designed Solemn. Like, that card definitely could stay at 3. Yeah. Solomon Authority, I don't even know what that does, but yeah, that's bad. And Solomon Wishes too, yeah, that card is super busted. Like, that's the guy that gives you plus 500, right? Let me check that. Yeah, that's the card that gives you plus 500 whenever you draw a card. Jesus Christ, that's broken. Like, yeah, that's too strong. That needs to be limited. Do you think Konami will try to make the format a lot slower, as in viable control trap heavy decks? I hope not. I hate slow formats. Like, well, no, I don't hate slow formats, not like that. I hate trap heavy formats. Like, I think Hat has been a very bad format, for example. A lot of people, whenever someone in chat asks me what my favorite format is, people in chat are like, oh, Hat was my favorite format. I don't get why. Like, I didn't like Hat format at all. I liked formats which were actually considered broken. Like, being broken doesn't make a format bad. Like, Dragon Rulers, Necros, all these decks were definitely broken, but I think still good formats. Simply because, like, if your deck is broken, I mean, sure, but your opponent has the same possibilities as well, so in general it's balanced. Like, there's no format where it's like everyone has the same possibilities technically, right? If everyone can play everything he wants, so both no one has an unfair advantage, right? It just comes down to, is the deck, is the dynamic of the format, is it good or is it bad? Does it favor the better player enough? And that's something that in Hat format, I played Mermail in Hat format for Euros, the same list that Eugen played that year. It's also a funny story. Eugen wanted to play Frog Monarchs until Friday before Euros, and then on Saturday morning he came up to me and took my Mermail list, or not my Mermail list, the list that Marcelo was also playing the list. He also did some major work in it, and Eugen wanted to play Frog Monarchs until Friday, and then he took our list and he just won the event, and Marcelo ended top 8. Top 3 favorite format and top 3 least liked formats for you. Go! Okay, top 3 favorite formats: Necros, Mermail, Dragon Rulers. Top 3 least favorite formats. That's a little harder. I know Hat format was bad. To be honest, it was not Hat format, it was Inferni format. Yeah, it was not Hat format. It's just that people refer to it as Hat format because it won, I think, US Nationals also. but Hat was never the best deck. It was Infernity and Mermail format, and that's true. So that was one of my least favorite formats simply because it was so trap heavy. I hate formats which are trap heavy. This format right now is definitely also on top of that list of formats I don't like. Simply because it's so dice roll dependent, because like the dynamic of Pendulum, like Pendulum being once per turn makes it so whoever has one more turn or can start Pendulum summoning earlier has a huge advantage. Like whoever can set Strike first has a huge advantage, whoever can resolve Pendulum Sorcerer first has a huge advantage, so on and so forth. It's weird. Wind up format I liked. That's the format I made top 4 at Euros. I like Wind Up. I hated Rabbit and Chaos Dragon, but I think the format was okay. I think that was one of the formats where Hand Traps did a really good job of balancing out the format. So the third format in the formats I don't like, what was there? So we had just like 1 year of Necros, that was good. Before Necros, what was there? Mermails and stuff, right? Thoughts on DDDs when we get their OCG support? From what I've seen, it can be pretty good. Check FB message for OCG bandits. Oh yeah, thank you, Alex. I'll have a look at that. That's nice. So it also seems like we beat the freaking connection problem. I think we're stable now. Oh, and we also were sent the Blue Ice cards. That's great. We can get over that in a second. Yeah, thank you. That was Gustafsson sent us the Blue Ice cards. We'll have a look at them in a second. Okay. So the new changes, we have Monkey Board forbidden. I agree with that. That would be a good change. Monkey Board is the most broken card in the deck. Lava Chain is newly forbidden. Okay. Life Equalizer, please. Yeah, I think that's likely to happen for us too. Simply because, yeah, why would they ban it over there and not here? Makes no sense. Joker was newly limited. I mean, I guess we're gonna get that too, because it's technically it's not on our official list right now, right? Because it's just the freaking adjusted list. Pendulum Sorcerer at 1, perfectly fine. Sangan, do we have a printing with its errata yet? Because it came back with an errata, so that's the reason why it came back. So that would be fine. With the errata, I think Sangan could definitely come back. I think Sangan is even one of those cards that could come back even without errata, to be fair. But yeah, Thousand Eyes, like I said, could come back and don't mind. Ignister, reasonable. Skarn, reasonable. Dante to 1. I don't know if it turns out to be too strong, too weak with only one Dante. People in the chat were saying it's still really viable over there. I'm not sure. I don't like the idea of playing Burning Abyss with only one Dante. However, they do have triple Sur, so they can bring that back. Tour Guide is now newly limited in the OCG. Same with Luster. Teleport, yeah, like I said earlier, I don't like that they hit Teleport because it hurts diversity. I would rather see them hit Cosmos specific cards, because Teleport opens up some splashes for other decks, but Teleport to 1 is also fine. I think Domain at 1, I don't get that. I think they should ban that card or just leave it alone, because 1 doesn't really do anything, because you don't want to really draw the card anyways. You're gonna search it in like a majority of the games anyways. Pantheism to 1, totally agree with that. Pendulum Call to 1, I don't think that was necessary. Like, somehow in the OCG Magicians just were more important or more impactful than here. I don't know why. Like, they also have, I just saw that, they also have the Wisdom Eye Magician limited, right? I saw that somewhere. There. Wisdom Eye Magician is also limited. I don't know why it's making such a problem over there. Mass Change 2 is a card that's only like abused to summon Dark Claw, so I don't hate that being at 1. Reasoning, Monster Gate, fine, Wavering Eyes, please, Draco Face Off, please. Yeah, and I guess they brought Super Reacher back to 2 simply because Dragon Rulers are banned, and they brought back a lot of other stuff, so fine changes. Do you think the only Cosmoid will be E-Tele? I hope not. I really don't. I don't want to see that happening only. Like, I would love to see Tin Can being limited. I don't think a hit of Dark Destroyer is necessary. Because it's so accessible, right? If they would only touch Dark Destroyer, it's not going to be that big of a problem. Magicians got hit because they top 4 Japanese nationals. Okay, apparently that's a reason for them to hit Magicians, I don't know.